Hello there, channel members, friends, and followers from around the world. This is Q8 Pilot, your host for tonight's show. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I have utmost pleasure of flying in Australia again, specifically from Rockhampton to Hamilton, a beautiful island in Australia, and a very beautiful rendition as well of this airport and the surrounding area in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Before we delve into it, let me welcome Mika. Hello, Mika from Australia. Welcome aboard, my friend. We have also Wasty Extreme. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Janu George, how are you doing, my friend? It even looks like the plane is on top of a ship. It is exaggerated. Yeah, it is a little bit strange there. Has XR. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. No worries, my friend. You can stay for as long as you like, and of course, I thank you for as long as you stay. Thank you for your support. F10, hello, my friend. Welcome. All right, so Asobo has updated this aircraft in a recent, I think a couple of days ago, and I'm not exactly sure what they fixed because I can still see the pitos not looking correct here, so maybe they changed some of the system. Flight plan, I still had the same issue I had on the very first day of streaming the aircraft, the same issue where the flight plan kind of turned yellow, but yeah, we're going to take it for a second flight today. I think I haven't shown it enough love here on the channel, so we're going to take it. I've been focusing on X-Plane lately, so today we're going to be taking this rather beautiful aircraft to Hamilton Island. Should be a short hop, should be lots of fun, so let's get to it. We're going to go to the cockpit, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up our load and balance. We're going to do this from the menu here, so I'm going to bring up also our SimBrief flight plan. And let's fetch the data here real quick. Now, what I've chosen, I believe in Australia they use kilograms, but just for simplicity and not wanting to convert, from pounds to kilos. So I just made everything in pounds so that we can easily put the information here. So the fuel, if we go to the raw, raw format, the block fuel is 4,007, so 4,900 for the fuel. So we're going to set that here for about 959. That's okay. And then for the payload, we are just going to add here 15,410. So we can actually put that exact 14. Let's see, 14. Let's see. Payload is 15,410. 15. I think that's close enough. So we'll leave it there. That's good. Excellent. And we can remove that. All right. So first flight of the day, we are going to come here and make sure that the thrust levers are in the idle position and the fuel levers are in the cutoff position. The flaps are retracted. The parking brake is set. Gust lock is in position. The landing gear is down. And over here, over on the overhead panel, the wipers are both in the off position. All right, let's go ahead and start. Duncan Cardo, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. We don't have Qantas ATR, but Virgin does. That is correct. It's a fictitious livery, I suppose, Mika. But I love Qantas. I love the livery. So, yeah, we're going to fly Qantas today. All right. I thought, by the way, that I was going to see you today on stream. I was hoping that you'd come since we're flying in Australia. All right. First thing first, we are going to turn on the battery. Battery switch is on. Now, I've noticed that with this update, some things actually, they broke some things. So let me turn on the ground power. Now, this emergency buses needs to remain in the on position, I believe. So you should always see this. But apparently, once you add external power, then it just kind of goes away. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but anyway. All right, so the battery is on, and we can turn on the external power. And now the aircraft is being supplied with power from the GPU. I'm not sure why we're not getting anything. Yeah, there we go. It's doing its self-test. And with that, we can check the annunciator lights and make sure everything works well. Excellent. Here's everything here and down here. All good. Excellent. All right, and now we can do the fuel pump check. Pump here, X feed. The light is extinguished, and then we turn this one, and then the X feed goes back to normal. Nothing that we need here. I think this can remain in the off position. We can see the landing gear lights indicating 3 green, and the landing gear is down. And then the flight control, no faults here. We're going to come to the squib test. All right, I'm not sure why it's doing that. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Squib test is done. And fire test, check. Fold test is checked. And next, we're going to come down here, turn on the nav lights. And prop brake is on. Engine start is in the off, is in start abort position. DC gen switches are on. Moving up here, the battery is on main, and we can test the cockpit voice recorder. Again, they haven't fixed this, unfortunately. And then we're going to come to, let me do this here. All right. Then we're going to come here. So let's zoom in. We're going to arm the emergency lights. We are already fueled and ready to go. So we're going to turn on the seatbelt signs, no device buttons on or switch. And everything here on the de-icing panel is good. We're going to leave the probe heat. We're going to turn on the windshield heat, so those can go on. The ACW generators 1 and 2 can go on. And we're going to turn on the hydraulic power switches so that we don't have any whites. Excellent. Next, we're going to come down here. We've already tested the annunciator lights, so we are good here, and the current temperature is 17 Celsius. Mains supply, so we're going to check that here, and we are going to test that right here. All right, oxygen is tested. And finally, we're going to perform the squib test for the second engine, fire test. And that checks okay. And we can check this one here as SMK test. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like something for like a cargo sort of test or something. All right. Patria, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Benny, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Omega 38K, welcome. Where can I get that SimBrief panel? That is a widget that works with Flow Pro, and the widget is free, but I believe you'll have to have the paid version of Pro Flow to be able to add widgets. So everything's good here on the overhead panel. So we're going to come here to the lower pedestal, and we're going to perform the engine fire test. Engine number 2. And there we go. We have it. Test there, checks okay. And arm and engine 1. Engine 1 is okay. Excellent. All right. And what else here? All right, so we're going to come here to the to the captain's side and test the oxygen as well. All checks okay. And finally, we're going to come here and check the stick shaker or icing. This is the icing test. Okay. And this is the APM test. All checks okay. Perfect. All right. So we are good here. And we can go to the checklist. All right, so let's go to this checklist here. Let's see here. All right, so this one is done. Overboard valve, main cabin. All knobs are at 9 o'clock. Cabin pressure mode selector on manual. cab altitude knob is max increase. Restock fans are both off, and the ram air is on. And then flight temperature, ram air is off. We're good with all of this. That's fine. Procedure is complete. All right, perfect. Now we can start doing the Mk2, the MCDU. We have the first officer side is ready. And this is the first flight of the day. So the procedure is to do the data init and then position init, nav data, units, and then we move to the rest of the Mk2 setup. All right, so first thing first, we're going to zoom in here. We're going to go to FMS1. The first thing we're going to do here is check the data, make sure everything is okay. Performance data, the ATR-72, and everything here checks okay. And we want to verify that we have conf data okay and nav data okay. We have with us Matthias. Hello from Germany. And Claudio. Hello, Claudio. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here with us during this live stream. All right, next we're going to go to the init page. And from the init page, the only thing we're going to check is the date. Make sure the date is the correct date and the time is correct as well. And normally, the time difference is set by the airline, so we don't really have to fiddle around with this. Next thing is we're going to go to position init. And this is, again, not simulated in the ATR. Normally, you should not copy the GPS position in the init position. This is it happens automatically. But I suppose that this they simulated the previous version of the FMS aboard the ATR. So we're just going to go ahead and select that. Sensors init, sensors STS. Don't need to fiddle around with this anymore. All right, so that is set now. Position init is done. And next we are going to go to the nav data. And again, from the nav, this is again part of the first flight of the day procedure. We're going to check the co-route data, pilot data, that everything is current and everything looks good to me. So we're going to go back, and this is again the first flight of the day. We are done. Now we are going to go to what all the flights should include, and the setup of the Mk2, of the FMS, and it starts with the weight. So here we're going to put in the zero fuel weight, the flight on board, that will calculate the gross weight. So to do this, we can simply go to the weight and balance here, and we can grab this information. So I don't think we get the zero fuel here. So you know what? Here's what we'll do. We're just going to bring up our sim brief plan. Let's put it here on the side, and we're going to go to the raw format. And now we have the fuel 4772, about 4900. So let's put 4900 for the fuel, and that's in pounds. And then the zero fuel weight is, by the way, guys, zero fuel is the passengers, the cargo, everything basically, with the exception of the fuel. And that's why it's called zero fuel. So it's the weight of everything without the fuel. All right. So zero fuel weight is 45,172. 45,172. All right. And that gives us the gross weight here. All looks good. We have the reserve. And we can update the reserve, by the way, if we go here back to the top. And we add the reserves about 1.3, which is correct. That's about what we have there. Excellent. So we are done with the weight. And next we can go to the perf init. So we're going to come here and go to perf init. And from perf init, we're going to put the final cruise altitude for our flight today, which is 16,000 feet. So 16,000 is selected. And for the alternate airport is Yankee Bravo Tango Lima. So Yankee Bravo Tango Lima. And we're just going to put about 10,000 feet. That works. All right. So we'll just put that here. All right. And we've got that. Excellent. And now we can go to the flight plan in it. And by the way, this sequence I got from Fly with Magner. He is a real ATR pilot, and that's how he explains the sequence that you need to follow in setting up the Mk2 aboard the ATR. Hello there, Jeff. How are you doing, my friend? Good morning, Captain Ray. Glad to see you here. I've tried the... I'm not sure if it was you or someone else who told me to map the replay buttons in X-Plane. It seems to work. All right, so we're done here with Rafiki Alberto. Hello, my friend from Rotterdam. Hello, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All right. So we are good here, and now we can go to the fly in it. So that's flight plan in it right here, and we're going to go to the route, and from the route we are going to enter the flight ID, which is today Qantas Qantas Link QFA. Where is QFA? All right, QFA, and I'm just going to put 2574. For the flight ID, and we are flying today from Yankee Bravo Romeo Kilo, Yankee Bravo Romeo Kilo to Yankee Bravo Hotel Mike. Right? Excellent. And we add that there, and we have it. Now we're going to execute that, and now we have the flight plan. Again, the correct sequence of doing this is doing the departure, so selecting the departure, and then selecting the arrival, and then adding whatever in between. So let's go ahead and do exactly that. We're going to scroll down here on the sim brief plan to right here. As you can see here, we're departing today runway 15 direct to IMSUP. Then we're going to take airway Victor 308 to Mike Kilo. Then we're going to take Bravo 462 to Auvergne, and finally direct to Hamilton, and we're going to perform a visual approach runway 14. Now, by the way, runway 14 is notoriously known for wind shear and extreme wind. So it's going to be a very interesting approach and landing into our destination. All right, let's go ahead and select our departure. So there we go. We are going to be departing runway 15. All right, and there is nothing here. So we're going to select none and enter that. So that's 115. We're going to fly direct to IMSUP. So that is IMSUP. Where is IMSUP? Okay, we're going to enter that here. And Rand Cooley has been a member for 34 months as a senior captain. Thank you very much, Rand, for your continued support. Appreciate it. Simbit World, good evening to you, my friend. Welcome aboard. You know, I need to get back to you on that email we talked about. So sorry about that, Simbit World. IMSUP is done. Now we're going to go to... all right, so now for the airways, we're going to select IMSUP. We're going to select the airway. And as you can see now, we can simply select Victor 308. And we're going to click here for the exit point for Victor 08, which is MK. Let's see where that is. Might have missed it. Let's see here. Where is MK? MK. There we go. MK is selected. Excellent. Then we're going to go to Bravo 462. So that's Bravo 462. And we are going to exit at Auvergne. Auvergne is selected. And then it's direct to our destination. All right. So we're just going to say execute. All right. And now if we look at our flight plan, where there is one discontinuity from Auvergne, it's actually direct to our destination. So we are simply going to come here and clear this discontinuity and say execute. And now if we go next, yeah, now everything looks good. All right. And by the way, here we are going to select the RNAV 14 Zulu. So 14 Zulu, we're going to select that one. There's no star, there's nothing there. So we're just going to enter it the way it is. And one discontinuity I will clear, and we're good to go. All right, perfect. So if we go previous, now there are no, and we can see the flight plan here as well. There we go. There we go. All right, we can increase the range a little bit. Oh, that's plan. Don't want that. Now it's going through all the... All right, let me just put ND. All right, that's easier. And there we go. All right, perfect. All right, so we are almost done with the McDo. We've done everything here to do. Now we need to go to the progress page. All right. So from here, we go to the progress page. And from the progress page, we select the frame. Now, by the way, you can select, you can simply skip the stage, skip this step, because it really is just a simulation of what's there on the real device. And RNAV 10 Oceanic will leave that, and then we're going to say start prediction. And then this is again simulated for completeness sake only, but it doesn't really do anything. It will just do this, and then it will say that all the satellites are selected. It provides better accuracy for the device. Basically, that's what it does. All right, so Saffron, hello, my friend. Welcome. Alex, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much, Alex, for your continued support over on the Discord channel. I really appreciate it. All right, so we're done here, and the frame is going to do its thing. Now what we can do is go to the secondary flight plan. And from the secondary flight plan, to access the secondary flight plan, if you click flight plan once, twice, then you get to the secondary flight plan. So we're going to say new flight plan, and we're going to copy the active. So we're going to copy and say execute. And now if we go to the route, you'll see that we have it here. So if you click to the flight plan, you'll see the same route. And the only thing we need to do is we want to select a waypoint close to the to our departure airport in case we want to return immediately after takeoff. So we're going to go to Wilkie, and from Wilkie we're going to say we're going to go back to Yankee Bravo Ybrk. So Ybrk, and new destination here. Takes a little bit of time to put it there, so it's not happening. Why is it not happening? I have no clue. All right, let me try this one more time. Ybrk. Ybrk. All right, let's try this one more time. No, doesn't want to do that. All right, so we're gonna just there we go. It's already there. So we're just gonna come and land on the same runway, RNAV 15, and no star, and return. Return. And now, as you can see here, we're just going to fly direct from IMSA to BRKNI, BRKNF, and oops. And then we are going to land on the runway 15. All right. Now, if we go back, this is our active flight plan. We're done with the secondary flight plan. And then we can go to we'll go to data. From data, we can go, no, we don't want that. Let's go back to the menu, and we're going to go to perf init. So perf, and then perf init, and now we can enter. We lost our data here for some reason. Strange. Okay, so let's enter this again. YBTL and want 10,000. All right, that's done. We're done with the weight. All right, let's go to the next page. Weights are okay. Zero fuel is okay. Fuel flow is okay. All right, perfect. Let's go back. And why am I not getting the performance? There we go. So performance, now we can see all our speeds are there, 113, 113, and 117. And everything here looks good to me on the performance page. So everything's good. Excellent. So we are pretty much ready to go, folks. And let me just say escape here. And yeah, we're not going to be using any of these frequencies. Very quickly, let me show you guys the... let me show you the charts. So this is us right here at Rockhampton. And this is the airport. So, oh no, this is not, this is our airport. Come on. There we go. All right, so that's runway 15, and there are no available charts for this airport. So we're just going to have to kind of wing it. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have them. So, anyway, we are good here, and we can go for the next checklist here. Let's go to the normal checklist, normal procedure. Actually, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back up. We want this one. This one is done. Procedure is all right. So parking brake is set. The altimeters, we're going to hit the magic B button to set it. And then landing elevations check. Fuel, FMS, and nav is set. Fuel quantity, flight on board is 4,900 pounds of fuel is on board. Engine fuel used, we'll reset that a little later. Memo panel is good. And power management on takeoff. And the procedure is now complete. All right, before propeller rotation, we'll get to in a second. All right, so let's remove the flight plan. We're going to go here to the overhead panel. We're going to turn on the beacon lights on, and we're going to make sure now that we close the cargo door, main door, tail prop, service door, and remove the wheel chocks. And we are pretty much now ready for the engine start. But we're going to start it in hotel mode. Hey, Gaber. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Glad to have you here. And we have also Mr. Charlie L. Hello, my friend. Thank you very much for being here and for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. And we are good to start our engines. Again, starting the engines on the ATR is quite simple. Now we have the brakes on right here. So you see prop brake is on. So now when we start the engine number 2, you will not actually see the blades rotating. And we'll do that in just a minute. All right. So everything's good here. And by the way, I've double checked again on the external power here. This is not used in normal operations. This is normally something that is used by maintenance. So it is not used during normal operations. So there we go. We are ready for start. So we're going to put the engine mode selector on start A and B for the first flight of the day. Looks like we have the emergency buses illuminated now. And now we can start the engine number 2. So we're going to click here, and we're going to wait for about 10% of... let's see here. We don't have anything happening here. Okay. Why is that? That's very strange. All right, maybe. All right, let's do abort the takeoff. All right, maybe it's because we did not put the hydraulic auxiliary pump. So let's do that. But everything else looks good to me. All right. And we can now go to the engine here. And let's see. Well, we have everything ready here, so yeah, all's looking good. Let's try it again. All right. Let's see. Hydraulic system loss. Very, very strange that we're not getting anything. Looks like they... are the fuel pumps on? They are definitely on and running. Everything looks good here. Yeah, all is good. But not sure why it's not starting. Very, very strange. Hydraulic loss. All right. Let's try to do that one more time. All right, let's abort the takeoff here again. And let's see. Everything looks good to me here. So, yeah, no issues whatsoever. Everything is in where it should be. We've performed our test. Everything is functional. And we shouldn't... it's actually starting the engines is probably one of the easiest things on the ATR. So I'm not sure why is it not starting. All right, let's try this one more time. We're going to push the hydraulic auxiliary once more. And yeah, we have everything here. Very strange. Very, very strange. Right? Let's try this one more time. We are gonna go to... You know what? Let's do start A, for example. All right. Prop brake is on. And start the engine. No. Doesn't want to start. Very strange. All right. Let's try to start the... try to start this engine. Nothing is moving here, which is really strange. Prop. What's with the prop? No, so the prop needs to go to the feather position after 10%. So, but we're not getting anything on the... We're not getting anything at all here. All right, let me see. Let me just remove this. All right. And let me start... all right. Let's see if that works. That doesn't work either. We can try to do this. But no, nothing there. Very, very strange. Whew. So, what do you guys suggest we do? Maybe a restart of Msfs would fix that. We can go through everything real quick. No prop brake anymore, so the prop brake is removed and everything is ready here for engine start. So, not really sure why it's not running. Everything looks good to me here. Right, we can turn this on and see if that works. All right, let me try this one more time. Nothing there. Absolutely nothing. What do you guys think? Why is the plane moving? Try the ground power just for fun. The ground power is connected. So, and everything else is removed. So, so yeah, I really am not sure what is going on here. Very, very strange. All right, you know what, guys? Here's what we'll do. We'll say ready for taxi. Let's see if that works. No, nothing. Looks like there's something wrong because yeah. Something's definitely very strange. Yeah, nothing's happening here. So my suspicion is maybe we need to restart Msfs, restart the bird. Yeah, I'm not sure if we should restart all of Microsoft Flight Simulator altogether because it looks like there's something not right. So so maybe if we go to ready for taxi, even that doesn't do it. So what we can do is we'll skip the. Let me restart Microsoft Flight Simulator, and let me go to the main menu and restart it, because what I suspect is happening is I've done an update of one of the plane of the Caribou, and it appears to me that that might have conflicted with something with the aircraft. I probably should have restarted the sim, and yeah, I think it might. Yeah, it's just the best thing to do is to restart the entire sim, and let me just say quit to desktop, and then we'll start the simulator again. Yeah, unfortunately, things like that do happen, and when they do happen on stream, there isn't really anything I can do other than restart it. So apologies for that, guys. And yeah, hopefully we'll start quickly, and we'll skip all the checks and just you know, start everything real quick from cold and dark and enter our flight plan. So I'll skip all the explanations and all the flight safety check, and we'll just get to it. All right, here we go. Microsoft should apologize. Yeah, it does happen. It does happen, unfortunately. But yeah, I know you guys are here to enjoy and be entertained, and things like that kind of break the flow of your entertainment. So hopefully I can make it up by blabbing here. Yeah, it's been a very hectic couple of weeks for me at work. It's been very, very tiring and very stressful. So, but I've tried as much as possible to, you know, to continue to deliver content to you guys. And by the way, just for those of you who are unaware, I am going to be in FS Expo in person this year in Houston, Texas. I'm also a platinum sponsor of FS Expo, and I will be available during the show at booth H7. If you are going to be there, please stop by and get your bag of goodies courtesy of the channel. I've prepared some t-shirts, some caps, keychains, and some nice things to give away during the event. And also there will be a giveaway on the Honeycomb Bravo throttle, which I'm going to be taking with me to the event, and one lucky winner is going to win that. I did 2 flights working the 72 after the update, but the one particular livery refused to start engines, just like you. Still don't know for sure if livery. Tried the 42 and started as normal. Really? That's strange. You know what? We're not going to take a chance with that again. So what we're going to do is we'll fly in the default livery just to avoid any issues that might do that. Too bad I can't join. Would love to speak in person. Oh, that's too bad, Simbit World. Yeah, it would be really cool to have you there. In the meantime, which platform gives you the best overall experience nowadays? X-Plane 12 or MSFS? Well, Gaber, to be completely honest with you, I still get a lot more satisfaction flying in X-Plane than I do in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Some things seem really odd with this, particularly the landings in Microsoft Flight Simulator. They just don't feel right. So it's definitely more fulfilling to fly in X-Plane. That's my personal opinion and my personal preference. But I'll tell you, I'm starting to really like Microsoft Flight Simulator quite a bit because of all the really beautiful scenery and the aircraft. They're getting there in terms of the fidelity, without a doubt. But yeah, I find X-Plane to be more fulfilling for takeoffs, landings, crosswind. Definitely Microsoft Flight Simulator is not far behind, but in particular the landing, especially in the big birds, is somewhat off. Again, I'm not a real-world Boeing pilot or an Airbus pilot, so I cannot really vouch for it 100%, but I've heard other real-world pilots say the same thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator, and in particular about the landings. So, yeah. Interesting statistics in APL version 2, 85% of the flights are made in Msfs. I think Simbit World, the fact is Microsoft Flight Simulator has the largest base today, and also experiences the biggest growth as well. A lot of people have moved on to Microsoft Flight Simulator and completely abandoned the X-Plane platform. There are, I wouldn't say few, but I would say that the number of folks flying in Msfs nowadays is far greater than those in the X-Plane platform, for obvious reasons. And Xbox, definitely, yeah. With Tolos A320 during takeoff, I have to apply serious rudder when there is crosswind factor. Yeah, and that is a realistic behavior. So yeah, X-Plane is harder. I would probably say that. Yeah, flying in X-Plane is so. When I'm flying, for example, the Zibo in X-Plane versus the PMDG 738 in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I definitely find it requires a little more skill in X-Plane than it does in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So even during the worst weather conditions in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's very easy to bring the aircrafts to a safe landing and butter your landing. Not so much in X-Plane. You have to really know what you're doing. That's at least been my experience. Yeah, definitely. There's a huge amount of this. That's very true. It's taking a bit of time here to load the sim, so my apologies for keeping you guys waiting. But hopefully we'll get started. We're just going to use the default livery available so that we don't encounter the same. It could be a livery issue, like one of you guys said. I've had, by the way, some strange things happen with the PMDG in certain liveries. So I'm not sure, but I'm not going to take any more chances. We're just going to load the default livery for the 72600, and we'll just run through everything quick and load our flight plan and depart. Okay, good stuff. Sim is almost there. It takes forever. Graphics out of the box is amazing. Yeah, that I have to agree with. I downloaded today Orbx True Earth Spain for X-Plane, and yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and select the 7.2 liveries. We're just gonna select house livery, and we're gonna go to our airport here and select the same position. Actually, we'll select a different position just to not jinx ourselves. Oh, let's go. Okay, fly. Excellent. All right, so that shouldn't take very long now to load the aircraft. We're going to change the time. We'll fly in real weather, but not real time today. They are definitely oversaturated, yeah. And unfortunately, since I think the last 3 NVIDIA driver updates, the filters aren't working. So I used to actually adjust the colors and the saturation, but now the filters aren't working, the NVIDIA filters. They break the sim. So, all right, here we go. Perfect.
This parking is too small for your
Yeah,
aircraft.
that's okay, that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and change the time here, and we are good. All right, so first thing, let's go ahead and bring up the weight and balance, and we're going to also bring up our flight plan. So let's bring this here and fetch the flight plan. And we're going to go to, all right, so first thing first, let's set our fuel. The block fuel is 47. We're just going to say 4,900. So 4,900. I think that's close enough. 4,959. That's okay. And for the payload, we are going to select 15,410. So 15. 15.5. That's okay. We'll just enter that information. All right, so that's done. And now we have everything loaded in the aircraft. So we're going to come here to the overhead. Let me remove this. All right, so overhead panel and battery switch is on. All right, excellent. We're going to come down here to the aircraft and bring up the ground power. And now we have the ground power here. Let's cancel the master caution. And ground power is on. Excellent. Again, you can see the emergency bus is not there. ESS bus lights are not there. All right. So we're going to come very quickly here and set things up. We're going to turn on the fuel pumps. We're not going to perform any tests this time around. So everything looks good here. And everything looks good here. Nav lights are on. And DC gens are on. Work on arm the emergency light. Fasten seatbelt. No device are on. Window shield heat is on. We're going to turn all these buttons so we don't have anything. Main supply is on. Everything here is good. And we cancel the master caution. And now we can go to the McDo and start programming the... All right, let me see here if I have a view on the McDo. We do. All right, perfect. All right, let's go to FMS. And we're going to go to... We're not going to perform all the other stuff, so we're just simply going to go to the data in it. We have everything here. Position in it is the only thing we want to do. We want to come here and select our current position. So we are going to select the GPS position. And there we go. All right, that's done. And next we're going to go to the weights. And we're going to enter the fuel weight. So again, we're just going to simply bring the... No, that's not what I wanted to do. We're going to bring up the SimBrief flight plan. And for the fuel, we put 4,900. So 4,900. Excellent. 4,900 fuel on board. And the zero fuel weight is 45172. 45172. And that's the zero fuel. That gives us the gross weight. And all is good. Excellent. We're going to go return. And next we're going to go to the perf in. So we're done with the weight. So we're going to go to the perf in it. And from the perf in it, we are going to add the cruise altitude, which is 16,000 feet for our flight today. And we have the alternate as Yankee Bravo Tango Lima. And 10,000. Okay, excellent. And we're done with that. And next we can go to return. So now that we have the weights set up, we can go to the flight plan in it. All right, from the flight plan, we're going to select our route. Flight ID today is whatever, Q8, right? And we are flying today from Yankee Bravo Yankee Bravo Romeo Kilo to Hamilton, which is Yankee Bravo Hotel Mike. Excellent. All right, and execute that. We're going to go to the departure, and we're departing runway 15 with no SID out of Rockhampton. And so we're going to insert that here. So that's runway 15. And then we have, we're going to fly direct to IMSUP. So SUP. All right, that's IMSUP. Excellent. And then from IMSUP, we are going to go to Victor 308. All right, so we're going to select IMSUP. We're going to go select on the airway. Victor 308 is the one we want, and we're going to exit. And Mike Kilo. All right, next. And next. There we go. Mike Kilo is selected. And next we're going to take Bravo 462 and we're going to exit at Ovron. All right, and that is excellent. Execute that. We can now go to the to our destination, which is Hamilton, and we're going to be performing an RNAV 14 Zulu. There is no star or anything like that, so that is done. And now we're just going to make sure there are I think there's one discontinuity here, which we will clear. So discontinuity cleared, and execute. And let's see if there is any more. Next, previous. It looks like we are good. Excellent. All right, so that's the flight plan. And now that we have the flight plan, we can go. We're going to skip the progress page, and we can just take a look at it here. Everything looks good. We're not going to do the parade this time, so we're just going to go back. So flight plan. All right, so that's our flight plan. We're going to go to the secondary flight plan. So we're going to click here again, and we're going to say new plan. We're going to go to the route. No, beg your pardon. We're going to go copy the flight plan, execute. Then we're going to go to the route, and we are going to select, let's say from MK, maybe no. So from IMSUP, if there is an issue, we're going to go back. So from here, we're going to say YBRK, Yankee YBRK, and we'll put that here, and then return. And yeah, I see. I don't. All right, that's fine. YBRK runway 15. YBRK RNAV 15, and that's it. All right, so that's our flying. In case of an emergency, we're just going to head back to the airport. That's fine. Let's go back to our flight plan. And now that we have the flight plan done, we can go to the performance. And from performance, we have everything here. Performance in it, we have, again, it removed this, so we're going to enter this again. Not sure why it's doing that. Very strange. YBTL. All right. Yankee Bravo Tango Lima, and 10,000. Excellent. And yeah, there we go, and that is done. Excellent. So now we are pretty much ready to go, and we can go to the flight plan page. We don't need that anymore, and now we can set the altitude here. So we're going to set this to 16,000 feet. All right, 16,000 feet. That's 10, and that's 16,000. All right, 16,000 is set. Excellent. We're going to use the magic B button. We're going to make sure the power management is on takeoff. and everything here is ready for us to go. All right, so we're going to select also the speed. We're going to make sure this is on 170. All right, 170 is set, and we can now remove the wheel chocks, and we can start the engine. All right, so the props are not, so we can actually just go ahead and start the engines now, and hopefully no problems there. We're gonna make sure the beacon lights are on, and yeah, no hotel mode this time. So we're just gonna go ahead and start our engines. All right, we're gonna go, everything here is looking good. And if we look here on the overhead panel, everything looks good here. Everything looks good here. Okay, all right. Let's go to start A and B. And now we can start with engine number 2. And it's starting. So it looks like definitely either the livery or, all right, 10. So we're going to go to feather. Excellent. All right, and now we can go to auto. Excellent, we have a good start on this engine here, and now we can start the engine number 1. All right, here we go. Engine number 1, and by the way, that's FS Realistic. I think I need a new profile. All right, here we go, feather. All right, and we're gonna go to auto. And by the way, the fuel levers will remain on this position auto for the remainder of the flight until we are back on the ground and ready to shut down the engines. All right, so everything here is looking good. And we're gonna put this back on the ND. All right, there we go. The altitudes are set. Everything is set here. All is good. And we can now turn on the nose. All right, so before that, we can come here and turn off the engine start selector here. So that goes, and the external power is now off. And we're going to turn on the probe heats. And everything else is in tip-top shape. All right, perfect. All right, so we are ready to go. We're going to set flaps 15 for departure. And we're going to release the parking brake and head over to the runway. Let's turn on the nose lights for the taxi. Taxi light is on. And we're good to go. Let's remove the GPU. There we go. And all is good. Excellent. So we are ready to go, finally. Due to the different POV both sims have, it's hard to compare them. All right. So we are ready to go. Parking brake is, let's see, parking brake is released. And let's head over to the runway. Very nice scenery. Both, by the way, scenery today are payware, and they are both lovely. All right, here we go. Nice sands overall. By the way, this compass does work, so that's cool. So runway 15 is that one. So if we look here on our charts, that's runway 15. And there is no taxiway that takes you directly there, so we're just going to have to go right there and make the turn at the end of the runway. All right, we're going to remove that now. And this is Ybrk. That's us right there. Well, it looks like there is a taxiway, but I can't see it here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not accurate. Well, anyway. Right, let's turn on our landing lights and the strobe light. Right, everything else here is in tip-top shape for departure. There's definitely no taxiway leading to the runway, so that's probably a Navigraph thing. Or maybe the scenery is not accurate, I don't know. We have Mika with us, so she should be able to let us know if this is accurate or not. Right, pitch trim. Again, we're supposed to get the pitch trim there, but that's okay. Looks like it was a problem with either the livery or the update that I performed for the Caribou that, you know, prevented the engines from starting. So, more than likely, it's the livery. More than likely. Right, here we go. Let's make the turn and line up with runway 15. Excellent. And we will engage the autopilot at 400 feet after departure. All right. We are lined up runway 15. And let's see here. Everything here is good. Gust lock is removed. And we'll put the power on the notch position. There we go. And we'll rotate at about 105. There we go. Rotate. Is that a tail strike? I don't know. Positive rate. Gears up. And we're going to begin our turn to intercept the flight path. So let's begin a right turn. And we can retract the flaps. Yaw damper is on. Autopilot engaged. Nav. All right, and we will let the plane accelerate a little bit. All right, we're going to select IAS, and that should take us to 170 knots. And then we'll let the aircraft climb. No, I do not have HDR. All right, we continue the climb now, and why is this on? Let me increase the speed here to 170. All right, here we go, 170, and here's a look at the outside. A lovely departure from our airport here. Lovely scenery of, by the way, Australia is just really a very lovely country to fly over. Beautiful, very varied terrain in Australia. All right, looks like we're doing well and continue our climb. We are at 4,170 and we're looking good. We're going to switch this to climb power. You can hear the change in the engine thrust or climb thrust. And all is looking good. Here's the turn. Lovely. What do you guys think? I think this airplane looks really nice. I really like the ATR, and for the price, I think it does deliver. It does deliver a lot of value. I think everyone has given this aircraft, you know, all the reasonable people, I would say, gave it a good review. And then, of course, you've got those who, oh, it's not study level, doesn't have this, doesn't have that. And I heard the Microsoft development stream where, in fact, there are many things that, you know, Asobo wanted to put into this aircraft, but ATR has refused. So they actually developed this aircraft in close coordination with ATR themselves. So, yeah, the sounds are definitely nice. Hey there, Shocktide. How are you doing, my friend? How feels handling the bird after airborne? It actually is a nice aircraft to fly, to hand fly. It's pretty cool. And yeah, it is definitely worth it. And yeah, it developed in coordination with the actual manufacturer of the aircraft, ATR, and obviously there are things that the manufacturer refused to allow Microsoft to do, but there are also limitations in this sim. But overall, I think the level of system simulation is quite in depth in some areas, and in some areas maybe not so much. But overall, very nice aircrafts. Definitely well worth the money, and the development team over at Microsoft said the same thing I said on my initial first look stream, which is they really wanted to ensure that everyone can afford this aircraft and everyone can enjoy it. So, and I do give them a lot of credit for that. And of course, you know, such huge company like Microsoft, they can afford to do that, you know, unlike, you know, other smaller, you know, developers who probably can't afford to do something like that. But yeah, they can depend on the masses. They have millions on the platform. So yeah. All right, 8,000. We're looking good. We can increase our speed. So let me go ahead and increase our speed here to 200 knots. 200, maybe 210. Let's go to 210. There we go. So that will kind of hold a little bit on our climb as the aircraft maintains pitch to increase the speed. So let's increase the speed a little bit, and then we'll continue the climb again. to 16,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude today. Everything's looking good. All aircraft systems operation per design intent. Here's a look again. Look at the fidelity there of the strobe lines here. Very, very nice. Just really lovely. Right, and we should begin the climb again. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it continues the climb once more. Very slowly but surely. It's taking forever to climb. We can use, by the way, VS to climb, which is something it looks like I am going to do because it's just not climbing. So let's go to Rises. Did you hear that they raised almost 1 million for the astronauts so far? Yes, I did hear that, and I did purchase the astronaut grab, by the way, but I didn't even fly it, or I just loaded it once, and it's just not there anymore. What I really like is that Asobo is still putting a lot of energy, money into the development. They're not leaving. Yeah, I agree. I agree that they're doing it all. All right, I'm going to go to VS, guys, and because this is just taking way too long. So let's climb at about 1,000 feet per minute. There we go. Maybe that's a little too much. There we go. A little bit of turbulence here. Wow, look at this view. Just gorgeous. All right, we're approaching 10,000, so we're going to come here and turn off the landing lights. Taxi and takeoff lights are off. Seatbelt and no device switches are both in the off position. And we just released our cabin crew and passengers. We'll let them wander around the cabin and have some fun. And in the meantime, we'll begin the in-flight service as well. We're going to serve snacks and a few drinks. Only soft drinks today. No alcohol served on this short flight. And yeah. This is what I miss from X-Plane 12, the quality of view. Yeah, the view in Microsoft Flight Simulator is simply spectacular. But I will tell you this, guys. If you have Orbex, if you have Orbex True Earth, or you have Ortho 4XP, and you download the regions, it actually looks pretty good for X-Plane. I mean, yeah, it takes a little bit of effort to make it look good, but overall I think with Ortho 4XP and or Orbex True Earth, I think it looks very, very nice. That's my personal view. And with Active Sky, again, this just looks phenomenal. Yeah. All right, so we are let's see here, let me There we go. Now we can see our flight plan a little better. Here we go. You can see that. And we have about 5,000 feet to go for 16,000. So this is the top of climb. And by the way, this is very accurate here. So this is 16,000. This is where we're going to, obviously should be at 16,000. And this is the top of descent. And we'll take a look at our charts in just a second there for the information at Hamilton. But we're doing okay so far. Let's go ahead and set the baro to, where is the baro? go? Right here. Press that, set it to standard. There we go. Excellent. All right. Let me bring up Navigraph charts, and I'm going to maximize this so you guys can follow along. We're going to go to our destination airport, and we're going to look at the runway 14 Zulu. That's the Arnab Zulu approach, which is this one here. So let's select that and go to the destination. All right. So this is going to be the approach. So we are going to approach from Mamag at 4,000 feet. And actually, no, we're going to actually not come from Mamag. We're going to come from HM2NA. That is the one. I beg your pardon. Let me think about this for a minute. No, that is not correct. We're coming through the HM2ND at 4,000 feet. And then we are going to perform a visual approach at Hamilton. The approach into Hamilton is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful, guys. And the rendition of the airport is done quite well. Again, the links to both sceneries is available to you in the chat command. So yeah, so that is what we're going to do. That's us right there. So we are en route to IMSA. A very short flight today. But yeah, we're doing okay. Here's 12,500, so we're almost there at our cruise altitude, and things are looking absolutely gorgeous. I am, by the way, going to be doing a stream. I will be streaming the MD-88 by Rotate this coming Saturday, and it is very possible that I will also create either a tutorial or a review video of an aircraft. There are a few tutorial videos that I'd like to make, a few things you know, that I benefited from, so I wanted to share with you guys as well through a video. And I will be also preparing a short video for FS Expo. And yeah, that's pretty much for the foreseeable, you know, future. Those are the videos that I have set up for the channel. Explain 12 flight model should be in MSFS, and we would have the best sim. You know, Gaber, I think you just said something that I totally agree with. If that flight model was ported over to MSFS, I think just about everyone is going to head over to MSFS, and we'll have no one else in X-Plane, to be very frank. And yeah, I think Laminar has to. By the way, there's something very important in any industry, which is marketing. Okay, now Microsoft is a marketing giant. As a matter of fact, Microsoft has been there were products that are far better than Office, for example, but two things that made Office very successful. One, or a few things, I'll mention those. One is that it's a good product. So, I mean, we have to admit that it's a very good product. Two, the suite of Office products are very well integrated. So you get, you know, an Excel interface is very much like the interface you'll see marketing ever from Microsoft. And I just really adore the company for its abilities, for the skill set, without a doubt, for the abilities of the company. And I do not agree with some of the practices, by the way, but that's not, you know, that's not the subject. It's something I'd like to delve in when, you know, we're doing a stream. But I think we saw exactly that in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We saw their abilities, we saw their skill, and the power of their marketing. I love the fact that they also have a sense of community where, you know, they bring everybody to you know, to a live stream. And why is our speed so low? All right, let me see here. wonder why. Sir, what are the average FPS I can get in X-Plane 12 using RX6? That I don't know, Camilo. I'm very sorry, but I don't have that. I don't have that that card or that setup. I just simply cannot answer it. If you can tell me what is the clock speed and what you know the graphic, the VRAM that you have, maybe I can help you. The community is great. The flying events where everyone can join and fly together. That is absolutely what I'm talking about, Ryan. Yeah, this is. They just really have created a platform where people come together, and that is something that they've done very well. And for that reason, I think Microsoft or Microsoft Flight Simulator has been very successful. And I know for a fact that many content creators have abandoned X-Plane altogether. Not just the developers. So not just developers have abandoned X-Plane, but a lot of the content creators have also abandoned X-Plane. And I'll tell you, it's unfortunate that they've done this because I think it's an excellent platform still. But, you know, again, there is the economy that is something that people are after. So people are after about, but it's all, if you're a content creator and you know you are doing it for a living, then you're after views and subscribers and sponsorships and things like that. Quite thankfully, I'm quite thankful that this is not the case with me. So I am not looking for sponsorships, or you know, I don't look at this as a full-time job. It's something I really enjoy doing. I do dedicate a lot of time for it though, and that stems from my sense of responsibility towards the community, as well as my passion for sharing the knowledge with everyone. So we are looking good, and we can now let's see here. We can leave the, let's say, select. Let's see, it says 245, but I don't think it will climb to 245, to be honest. But we'll leave it there for now. Yeah, definitely, Gabriel. The scenery is one area they really, really excel, the developers don't really have to pay a lot of attention, or they don't have to put in so much effort in modeling, for example, the assets, the graphic assets. For example, things like trees, like a bench, or because the library available in Microsoft Flight Simulator gives them access to a lot, and they can create some very stunning looking scenery because of all these libraries. So from that perspective, yeah, it is probably easier. Q8 3.5 gigahertz. I have a 8 GB RAM. I think you will be able to run X-Plane with fairly mid-range. So your settings should probably be in the mid section, not to all the way to the right and not all the way to the left, and you should be able to get decent FPS with that. Yeah, just you have to be careful again if you're running orthos or things like that, then you need to be very careful. All right, so if we look at the flight plan here, and let me see here if I can. No, that's not what, definitely not what I wanted to do. For that, go back to ND, and let's see here. All right, so that's the top of descent, which is right after MK. So we are good. 16,205. Again, I don't think it'll ever get there to, not sure why. And by the way, we should have put the TCAS on. If you go to the radio here, where is my radio? There we go. That should go on. Perfect. And there we are. That's our top of descent right there. Cruising at 16,000 feet. You have a great PCO. Thank you. Yeah, with XP12 there is no stutter. With MSFS there is. I haven't had any stutters lately with MSFS. Not after Sim Update 9. I don't think I've gotten stutters. But by the way, most of the time when you get stutters with MSFS is due to either a scenery that is not optimized or an aircraft that is outdated. So yeah. Come on, 3090 with i9, you can run every game. I think so, yeah. Even with a 3080, I think you can. Yeah. The only reason, by the way, I got the new setup and the 4090, two reasons. One is I really wanted to show you guys what a 4090 can do. And I've done very few videos, by the way. Again, when I do those videos, my main aim is to give you value, okay? And if I don't think that the video or is going to deliver value to you guys, then I won't make the video. Simple as that. I'm not after, I don't do clickbaits. I don't do, videos just for the sake of getting views and subs. I don't do that. And so I've done very few. I think I've done one video on the 4090, and in that video I show the setup, how do you set it up, and what were my best settings. And then I've done some updates up to Sim Update 11, I believe, on the performance improvements and how to remove stutters and things like that. But I think it's sufficient. Whatever I've done in the last Sim Update in terms of performance, I think still is applicable. And the funny thing is, there's something very funny. There's a couple of channels, a couple of content creators. One guy has taken exactly what I said in my video, and he went and made his own tutorial, which is okay, that's fine. But at least, give credit where credit is due. So it doesn't bother me, by the way, guys, but. And I won't mention the channels, but yeah, so this guy goes and does this tutorial as if it's, his own. And then there is this another channel that makes reference, and I'm sure both know my channel very well. I'm very sure. He makes reference to the other channel saying, oh, what a great this and great that. Brilliant tutorial, and yeah, that's okay. That's okay. As long as they've learned something, that's okay. But it's just, I see a lot of that in the community, by the way. A lot. Which is not cool. That's okay. Q8, you do exceptionally great job, and your config supports that. Well, sir, thank you very much, Gabriel. I appreciate it. Samuel Smith, people talk about running into MSFS if this and that, but X-Plane has aircraft that MSFS will never get. That I agree with. That monster PC is a result of your effort and dedication to with your channel. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I wanted really to create, upgrade the system. The second reason, by the way, is I wanted a system that can probably last for the next 5 years. So for the next 5 years, I don't envisage upgrading any component in this PC. It's got the latest motherboard, RAM, graphics card, CPU, and I'll just maintain it. And by the way, when I have an air blower, I use to clean the inside of the PC. So I'm very particular about keeping the inside of the PC dust free, because the dust can seriously kill your PC. So I keep it very clean. I do maintain it, and it's just huge. I just ordered, by the way, a few more equipment. I ordered a new mic with, it's going to be an XLR mic, so it should provide better sound quality overall for the streams and for the recorded videos. And the Elgato Stream Deck Plus, because I want to try a few things, which you'll know about very soon. And yeah. So a few more gear, and then I will be also very soon getting the. I had it the Thrustmaster Boeing pack, but I gave it away to a good friend of mine, whose son was just starting with flight simulation. I had just received the package, and I was about to open it and do a review, and then he told me that his son was looking for. So I said, you know what? I already have, a lot of gear, so please go ahead and take it and let your son have fun with it. So I think I'm going to purchase it again, the Boeing pack, and yeah, have fun with it. 11th gen Intel CPUs are as hot as the sun. They are. I have to cool my i9 with a 360 water cooler. I have a very robust 3-fan water cooler as well, to keep the CPU, but I've never had any issues with the CPU. But you do need a good cooler, and you need a good case with enough airflow to keep your CPU cool. That's for sure. All right, here's a look at the outside, folks. Nice day here over Australia, and a few scattered clouds in the area. In the meantime, let's take a look at the weather at Hamilton. All right, so take a look here, and if we look at Hamilton, so we have, oof, look at that, gusting winds. Gee. Let me go to the raw format, because this is not looking right. And let's see here. Go back up. There we go. All right, so that's our, there you go, 130, 17 knot wind. Wow. That is going to be a rough approach. By the way, this area is very well known for very, very bad weather, as well as wind shear. So I tried a 280 and it overheated. Oh, really? Wow. All right, so here's the weather at Hamilton. 130, 17 knot wind, scattered 7500, overcast at 89, 22 is the current temperature. And yeah, it's going to be pretty rough, guys. Now, if we look at the, we still have some time before top of descent, so let me show you this. So if we go to here on the chart, and for runway 14, and let's see here. Let's click here. All right. So check this out. It says here, this is, by the way, our runway 14. It says caution, yacht mast may infringe runway 1432 approach surfaces. Prior permission required. Berths in vicinity of the airport. Due pavement disturbance aircraft above 50,000 pounds Must use runway turning nodes for 180-degree turns unless directed by ATC. Turbulence and associated wind shear can be expected on approach to runway 14 when wind strength is 15 knot or greater, which is our case, by the way, from the northeast to the east-southeast. Runway 14, right-hand circuit. All right, so we are in for a very challenging approach into Hamilton, and we should begin our descent towards our destination a little later. Ah, you have a very lovely cat, Alex. So, yeah. You do have a lovely cat, I have to say. What a beautiful aircraft. By the way, you can go to the back here. Yeah, nice cabin. Look at that. How cool is that? Well, the animation is a bit off there, but nothing too serious. I like it. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you are interested, I was going to send if you guys are interested in a tutorial, a video tutorial on the ATR, I'm more than happy to do it. Just let me know in chat. Bye, Gaber. Take care. Have to go. It was a good to see you stream next time. Yep. Say thank you very much, Gaber. Take care, my friend. And we'll see you soon. If you guys want me to do a tutorial, a video tutorial on the ATR, please do let me know in chat. I'll be more than happy to do, you know, one of those shorter videos where you don't have to go through, you know, the length of the stream to find out, you know, how to fly the aircraft. So I can very much do that. I just have to brag that according to my calculations, I should pass my biology final high school exam with 85% accuracy. Wow! Congratulations, my friend. Yes, do a tutorial. All right. No worries, David. We'll definitely do it. Thanks for being here, my friend. Aviation with Elliot. How are you doing, my friend? Would you recommend the DA42 or DA62 or C-170NG Payware for X-Plane 12? Which is the best for money? Ah, that's a tough question. Because I love the Airbus aircraft, and you will probably enjoy it a lot. But you will also enjoy the DA42 and the C-172NG. So I'll tell you what. If you are to start with the DA62 like Alex had recommended, and maybe your next one, so you can eliminate, for the DA42 and DA62, just treat them as one for now. Go with the DA62, and at some point in the future when you've saved up a little more, then maybe you can go for the C-172NG, or maybe perhaps, just perhaps, maybe Q8 Pilot will do a giveaway and you'll win it on the channel. So yeah, I would go with the DA62. Yeah, I think I'd agree with Alex. They're very different planes, by the way, so it really depends on what you like and what you prefer. But if it was me, I would go probably with the DA62, and then, you know, I'll save up a little more and buy the C-172 is, by the way, the most realistic Cessna by Airfoil Labs, is the most realistic Cessna ever created for a flight sim, hands down. There's no question in my mind that that's the best Cessna 172. But yeah, that would be my recommendation. Here we are approaching Hamilton. Very nice day in Australia. Scattered clouds. I wonder how this aircraft is going to handle with the with the violent wind and wind shear. I'm not sure if wind shear, by the way, is simulated in Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you guys know, let me know, because I'm not sure. I think it is not there, but I could be mistaken. I fly the 152 in real life for PPL training. I think DA62 looks good for versatility. Yeah. But probably the 172 would be closer to the 152 if you're doing real world flying. Look, I'll be very honest with you, Aviation with Elliot. Anything from Airbus is quality. You will not find an aircraft by Airbus that is not quality. They're not all, by the way. So, for example, they've got this military jet that they've done. I've done a review on it. A great aircraft, great fun. But you know, the performance data is not accurate, right? So they just put in something there. But on their aircraft, for the most part, they develop with, you know, very high quality. They're a company that really takes quality very seriously. So in terms of quality, all Airbus aircraft are done with love. So I can't really favor one over the other unless it's a specific model that you want to learn something about, or you have a preference for, or an affinity for the aircraft. But Airbus equals quality, simple. So yeah, so you know, both of them. But this DA62 I find a little more enjoyable in my view. Yeah, they're definitely, Alex, they're definitely very different aircrafts, without a doubt. All right, folks, we are approaching our top of descent, as you can see here. So we're not too far now, and if we look here over at our flight plan, we are right here at Mike Kilo. We're heading to Mike Kilo, so that's right after Mike Kilo. We'll begin the descent towards Hamilton. So we're actually not here. We can look at the altitudes here. We can see there are a few restrictions here at 4,000 at Hotel Mike 2 November India, and yeah, about 240 in terms of the speed. Again, we've never been able to achieve those speeds. We're still at 206, so I'm really not sure if we should go to it should be always on the notch. So that's what the but I don't know, the aircraft never reached 245. So anyway, as we begin the descent, we will need to retard the throttles a little bit. And actually, I was surprised. You can actually see the cockpit door. Will it change now? Let's take a look. Yeah, cockpit door is now, it's not there. That's cool. Does this work also? Oh yeah. Deny. I didn't know that actually this works. Here's the top of descent. So pretty shortly we'll begin the descent towards the towards Hamilton, and the approach, I'll tell you, is really lovely. Yeah, the King Air 350 is again excellent aircraft. If you like dual engine aircraft, twin engine aircraft, then the King Air by Airflow Labs is excellent. Hey there, Timmy Star 1, how are you doing, my friend? Hey there, do you recommend a Pilot's Life Chapter 2? Timmy Star, look, I will tell you this. If you like those career games or sort of tycoon games, by far, Simbit World offers the most realistic experience as a pilot of all of them, because it is actually focused on the pilot's career, not on running a company or making, you know, like running a company or business, but it focuses on the pilot's life. So you have to get your type rating, you then have to take some training in order to elevate your skill, you have to fly. to earn hours, and once you start, gaining hours and doing training, then airliners or airlines will begin to approach you and give you offers. You start building your resume, and all of that is simulated in Simbit World version 2. Personally, for me, out of everything that I've seen thus far, it is, in my view, the most successful of all of them in terms of the value, in terms of the fun, the entertainment that it offers. I think the price is reasonable. I don't think it's that bad. And there is a gazillion of things to do with it. And there's a growing community that uses the software. So when you take it, you have a lot of people to interact with. It gives you... just rejoined and heard my name. It gives you, a platform where you can share your flight information with other pilots. So, in my view, if you were to ask me, Q8, which one did you pick, Simbit World or I know there is. I don't want to mention the name of other products, but if you ask me which of the career-based add-ons you would purchase for Flight Sim, I would pick Simbit World hands down for the reasons I've specified. Again, I don't like, by the way, I don't like tycoon games at all. I don't like those games where you are a company owner and you start buying aircraft and have hire people, and I don't like that. But this Simbit World is very unique. The theme is very unique. It's you, the pilot, and everything revolves around building your career as a pilot. And I like the fact that when you start, you have to start with like low budget airlines and airlines with not a very good reputation. And as you earn hours, as you do trainings, then you can actually get better type ratings on bigger aircraft, and your reputation becomes known in the industry. And then you start getting offers from the major airlines like British Airways, Lufthansa. And yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, check. All right, folks, so we are approaching top of descent. There we go. That's the top of descent right there. And once we are at top of descent, we'll begin. All right, so we're going to reset the MCP altitude now to 4,000 feet in preparation for the descent and approach into Hamilton. All right, 4,000 feet is now set. And let's see here. Where's my top of descent? I think we've already reached top of descent. So let me initiate we're going to go to VNAV. All right, there we go. Excellent. We're going to ease off on the throttle. There we go. We'll keep it there and continue the descent. Very quickly, we're going to check the weather here at Hamilton. So let's go to information and weather. METAR, the current METAR is 120 knot wind. T. All right, scattered. Altimeter is 1019. All right, 1019. Perfect. All right, let me ease off a little more on the throttle. All right, there we go. And we have now started the descent towards Hamilton. The Airbus Phenom 300 is awesome. Yeah. Nick West has just become a subscriber here at the Q8 Pilot channel. Welcome aboard. Overlord says, I'm watching it from a replay so late to the party, but why ATR bumps at the airport? I have no clue. It does bump, yeah. It dances quite a bit. Mr. Airbus Pilot, hello again, Q8. Do you ever plan on live streaming any of the CRJs for X-Plane 12 in the future? For sure, yeah. Bill Barrett, hello, my friend. Have the recent update made a difference? Notice anything better? Nope, nothing. Absolutely nothing better. I definitely do not notice anything new in this version. Other than the bus here, the lights. I'm not sure, by the way, if it's right or not. They haven't fixed the visuals. I know they fixed the... when you change the units here, so when you change this from kilograms to pounds, it does work now across the board. By the way, I don't like this, so let's remove that. But other than that, yeah, nothing much really. He's up there, and here's a look at the outside. Look at that, guys. What a beautiful view. And you can see the water waves underneath. Again, you can see that, you know, that the winds are not very calm right now. Yeah. Right, into 10,000. We are going to what was it? 10. Let's see, 1019. Okay, 1019. All right, 1019 is set. 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights. And no device and fasten seatbelt signs are both on. Let's decrease the range here. All right, that's better. All right. And we are very close to our destination. We are down to 9,000 feet. Let's go ahead and start reducing the throttle and reducing our speed as well. We definitely do not want to go over, so we'll start reducing our speed a little bit, and we can see the restrictions coming up here on the display. We're doing very fine in terms of the altitude. Carl Childers, hello my friend, welcome. I agree with you there, Carl. Study level is just, to me, it's now a marketing gimmick. Really, nothing else. That's, by the way, the airport right there. That's Hamilton. And by the way, once we land, I'm going to show you this scenery because it is absolutely awesome. Very, very nice scenery. All right, here we go. Let's start reducing speed a little further. Very nice approach. There, look at that, guys. And beautiful clouds. And a beautiful location in Australia. Hamilton Island is just absolutely gorgeous. And you can see again here the beauty of Msfs. Yeah. Matt Johnson, hello my friend. Sorry I'm late, did miss the free snack and drinks. No worries, Matt. We'll tell the cabin crew to treat you to you know, maybe a bag of nuts, and you know what? We'll give you some red wine as well. You're a channel member, so I appreciate your support. So you know what? Here is the cabin crew will come right away, give you a bag of snacks, of nuts, and maybe some red wine for you to enjoy the landing. But please don't spill it. All right. So here we go. 6,000. We're still doing very, very well. We will basically level off at 4,000 feet. I think high fidelity works, authentic works, but steady level, nah. Yeah. All right, it's about 1,700 feet to go, and we are flying just over the airport right now. There we go. Just look at that, guys. Look at how beautiful this is. And yeah, that's just absolutely lovely. And I can tell just from looking at the waves here that it's going to be a very violent arrival into Hamilton. Just really lovely approach into Hamilton without a doubt. All right, so 1,000 feet to go. I'm going to start slowing the aircraft down. The turn is coming up to the airport. To the runway, beg your pardon. So we'll just let the aircraft do its thing and start reducing our speed. And in the meantime, do we want to bring flight control replay? Let me do that. Let me bring flight control replay for Msfs, and hopefully I'll remember to record. All right. Look at how beautiful this is. There's a big yacht here. Looks like a cruise liner of some sort. Look at the beautiful colors there of the water here. Right, that's 4,000. Speed is coming down, so let me just give it a little throttle here and maintain the speed. We don't want to lose too much speed at this point as we make our turn. 4,000 feet, there's a restriction there. So yeah, we enjoy the beautiful scenery here as we make our way back to Hamilton. And this is exactly how it looks on our charts. Rand Cooley, hello my friend. I was wondering where you were. I hope you are well, my friend, and in good health. JV, hello my friend, welcome. Doesn't matter what a marketing team calls it. I do my homework before spending any money. Yeah, absolutely, JV. All right, so here we are. Look at this, guys. I mean, I have to say, this looks really nice. That's the approach. Here are our speed and approach speed active. So 113, VAP is 113, landing flaps full. We are making the turn now towards the airport. And what we actually can do is it shows that we're a bit... Here, let me take this down to... okay, it's controlled by the... Alright, that's fine. So we can actually go to approach. So let me click here on approach. I'm not sure if it's going to do anything. But anyway, we will disconnect the autopilot. It's going to be a visual approach into Hamilton. Here's the turn back. That's the cruise liner right there. So we know the airport is a little to the right. The clouds aren't that bad, but I'll tell you, the winds are very strong. All right, now I'm going to set the altitude here to 2,000. All right, let's go to 2,000, and we're going to click on VNAV again. Now we can feel the turbulence and the strong winds. So we're going to have to be extremely careful. Not sure. It looks like it doesn't have an RNAV. It's not RNAV capable. That's what it looks like. But we'll verify that in a little bit. But yeah, definitely very strong winds. And I'm not going to rely too much on the autopilot for this approach. So we're going to disconnect the autopilot in a little while here and just hand fly the aircraft. Right, let me put this on 1500. All right, let's begin recording our session here. So I'm going to click on record, and we're just going to call this file, what do you call it? ATR. ATR. All right, perfect. It's recording the session, and we have the runway right ahead of us now. And even if we click on approach, nothing really happens. So yeah, it's just lining up with the last waypoint, which is on the runway right there. So we can see the glide slope there, the glide path for the last waypoint, which is okay. All right, at this point, I'm just going to idle the power completely because we definitely need to. All right, and I'm going to lower the landing gear. Flaps. Flaps 15. Yeah, that's okay. A little too fast there. All right. At this point, folks, I'm going to disengage the autopilot. And I'm going to take over my aircraft. All right, there we go. Let's set the view. Aircraft. And we have a member. I'm not sure who just became a member. Ah, Tim Star 1. Welcome to the Q8 Pilot exclusive group here. And thank you for becoming a member, sir. I appreciate your support. What a beautiful approach into Hamilton. Five hundred feet. There was a stutter there.
40, 30, 20.
Another one.
10.
All right, and welcome to Hamilton, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I'm not sure why we got those stutters there, but it looks like it was loading something. But yeah, it was pretty nice. Thank you, Simbit World. Thank you, Ellie Kane. Wow, look at the scenery, guys. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at that. Wow. 133 is our landing rate, and we landed just outside the touchdown zone. Not too bad, but we're definitely, we could have done better. Right, we can retract the flaps. Very nice. Yeah, definitely ready to go fishing there. I would, you know what I would do, guys? Here, I would just like, you know, rent a boat, you know, like a fishing boat, and maybe go and, you know, catch a couple of fish and just have a grill with me and barbecue and just have fun. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful area. What's wrong with this aircraft? Alright, here we go. We'll just make a, maybe we'll do, you know what? Let's park on the right. I'm not sure what is causing these stutters. But I noticed that with Streamlab OBS, I do get some stutters sometimes, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Just what a beautiful looking scenery here. Beautiful rendition of the of Hamilton Island in Australia. By the way, I highly recommend this scenery, guys. And I highly recommend flying into this area because it's just absolutely breathtaking. So let's just go here and we'll park the aircraft somewhere over there. Wow, an A320 can park here. All right. Parking brake is set. Gust lock is on. Alright, let's close all these lights and let's cancel that, and let's come here and say stop, and let's see, what do I want to do? Load ATR and say alright, here we go. I'm sure it's gonna do some funny things, but hopefully we can see the landing. Alright, let me see if we can bring it just right before we land. Was it here? I think that's good. Right, here we go. Yeah, look at that, guys. Yeah, it's always nicer to see the replay. ATR taxi on one engine. Oh, is it? The scenery is just breathtaking. Just look at how beautiful this is, guys. Wow. Yeah. That was pretty cool. Tell you guys, that was really nice. The marina and the scenery, the aircraft, even this construction area is done so well. Here, let me come here and let's see here. Let me do the following. So I want to show you the scenery before we conclude our flight today. So let me stop that here, so the aircraft can go and do its thing. But if you look here at this scenery, every little detail has been modeled, and it makes for a really beautiful beautiful airport to fly in and out of. Again, look at this here. Look at that. Wow. This looks just gorgeous. Look at that. Very nice scenery of a very nice rendition of Hamilton in Australia. I haven't been there before, but just looking at this is just so well modeled. The modeling is so well. I wish Mika was here to tell us how accurate this is. But yeah, algae on the pond and everything is just, look at that, and it actually moves. Wow, look at those. Look at that detail. The details are just incredible. Yeah. Very nice indeed. And some buildings here over on this side. And then you've got the airport. Looks like helipads here for the helicopters. So again, very nice rendition there of the airport, and then you can come inside. Again, some nice details there. There's us right there arriving into the airport area, and just look at that, guys. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at, wow, one of the best sceneries I've seen for Microsoft Flight Simulator, to be honest. Very nice indeed. Look at that. The marina is exceptionally well made. Look at that. Look at all those boats and just the area around. Very nice. Very well made. Look at that. Wow. Don't tell me there's an inside. Oh, okay. And very nice. Looks like this is a hotel here on this island. And the whole island is modeled. Look at that. Just really gorgeous. Yeah. Oh, is it inside the terminal? Oh, I see. Again, look at all the houses, and you've got those little boats, again, sailing, and just really the details are massive, just really beautiful details. And you've got this side here. Wow. This is one scenery I'll tell you guys, go and grab right now. It's available on Ybrk Central, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And look at the details there. They've got your swimming pool. Looks like some sort of a hotel here. And look at the detail. Look at those elevators going on right there. That's very cool. Very cool. Overall, just really a beautiful scenery of Hamilton. Yeah. Well, folks, this pretty much brings us to the conclusion of this live stream. I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I enjoy streaming it for you. I hope you found it useful, insightful, and entertaining. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.